Oh, all right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Excited to have you here. We are talking on the most popular objections we hear when speaking to sellers. And so we are going to go through kind of the PDF that we put out on Tuesday, give you some extra tips and all of that. So if you're needing the PDF, let us know. If you are on live, comment hello so we can see you. And then if you're watching the replay, comment replay so we know you watched. All right, Laura, I'm going to kind of let you take over here.
Yeah, welcome. And this is something that is really crucial when it comes to real estate, right? Because you want to know how you're going to address the sellers. And this is where a lot of people get stunned when you learn about the strategies, what to do, how to market, everything else, but then you go blank when you have to tackle with a seller and answer some of their objections. So let's go over, and like Liz said, we did a PDF, so please download the PDF. And if you don't have a comment here today, and we're gonna reach out to you and get you the PDF. So comment below PDF or something, objections PDF. There you go. Put that keyword, and then we'll reach out to you. So let's talk about some of these things here. Okay. So first of all, the objections, most of the time, you have to educate the seller. Okay. First of all, you have to understand who are you trying to tackle? Are you trying to talk to somebody who needs to sell or wants to sell? Are you trying to talk to somebody who has already the property on the market or not? Okay, not everybody wants to be in real estate. Not everybody is like you that sees the possibilities here about real estate. A lot of the time, they really haven't wrapped their mind around it. They see you like a telemarketer trying to do something. So you have to come in from a place of understanding what their motivation is behind it, what they want trying to do, okay, and then you can approach it on a better level and align with them. So let's go some of the objections that are in the PDF. First of all, my property isn't ready to sell. So is the property not ready to sell, or are they not ready to sell, right? So that's the thing you have to clear up first. Because a lot of time they feel like maybe I need to do work on the property. Maybe, it's just not ready in some physical sense. So you have to understand, is what they mean, or is it not ready because they're not ready? And so, you can talk through them with that. Just talk with them about it. What do you mean? What would you like to happen for the property to be ready, or you to be ready, right? So that's the thing. Have a conversation. That's one of the things I always tell our students is that don't focus on how many calls you make. Focus on the conversations you have. So if you're telling me, oh, I'm focusing on doing 20 calls, 30 calls, 50 calls a day, to me, that's not relevant. But if you're telling me I'm focused on having 5 conversations a day, meaning I'm going to do as many calls as it takes, text, whatever marketing you're doing, so that I can create 5 conversations, that's what is important. Or 3 conversations for the matter, whatever is manageable to you, right? So that's the thing. So I think people are focusing on the wrong thing. So focus on conversation, because some of these conversational objections that we're going to talk about today will take 20 minutes, 30 minutes for a conversation, right? So you have to, the first thing you do with any objection, there are 3 steps. So please write this down. Golden Nugget, as we call it, right? The first thing you do is awareness. Okay? Assure them and aware. So it says, I understand. You say your property isn't ready to sell. I understand. Assure them. Okay, we got this out there. The second step here is really taking a step back, a kind of reason with them. Okay, so what do you mean by the property is not ready? Is the property not ready, or you're not ready? And I'm using the property is not ready just an example. There are other objections we're going to go through in a moment, but I'm using this just to make you see how the conversation develops. So are you not ready, or is the property not ready? And what do you mean by that? So the second step is really to kind of take a step back and kind of getting them to reflect, and you asking questions. And the third step is now creating solutions. right? Okay, so you said that you have to do work on the property. Why do you want to do work on the property? Do you have the budget? Do you have the money? Are you waiting? Time is money, right? So you kind of reason through that. Why do they want to wait? Is this logical for them to wait? Does it make sense? Or are they just trying to buy time? Or they haven't really thought about it and they're trying to get you off the phone, right? So that's the thing you want to do on the third step. So let's go through another objection. Is this really the best deal available? Meaning, is it the most you're going to pay? Right? So again, let's take it through this three-step scenario. Number one, acknowledging. Okay, I understand your concern. And so now let's talk about this for a second. And what do you mean by that? Okay, because they will say, well, I've seen other properties that in my neighborhoods have sold for this amount. Okay, do you mind sharing which property? I would love to take a look at them and see, if they're the same type of property and we are aligned with that. So understand. And then the third one say, okay, I'll tell you what, let me do my research, providing solutions, right? Let me do the research and then I can come back to you and see we can discuss more. But also call them out on the third step, okay? So say to them, I'm going to do my research. I'm going to actually spend some time doing this. So would it be okay for me that I call you tomorrow at 3:00 or I come to your place at 3:00? And please, I'm doing a lot of work in this. So do I have your commitment that you're going to really talk to me tomorrow at 3:00, right? Call him out because so kind of tell him, hey, I know, don't ghost me basically, right? So let's go through another objection. I want to wait for a better offer. Oh, I love this one. So that's the thing again. Okay, I understand, awareness, telling them, okay, a reassurance. I understand. Let me ask you, if we can create an offer that you have nothing to lose and you can still market the property and get another offer, would that work for you? Okay, so basically I'm telling you, you can put your foot in two shoes here. I'm going to give you an offer and you can still market the property. If you get an offer that better than mine, just give me 72 hours and you can take the other offer, which is what I call the first right 72-hour first right of refusal contract that I do. Very powerful, by the way, which parenthesis here. Next week we have a challenge and we're going to go deep into this specific type of structure through the 3-prong contract. Okay, so you definitely don't want to miss the challenge we have next week. If somebody can post the link here for you guys to see and sign up. So, but that's the thing we do, right? So this like, okay, who would say no to that? You need to make your offer irresistible to the point they're going to say, I'm stupid if I don't take this. Okay, what do I have to lose? What do you have to lose to take my offer that I give you here today with a good chance that I can close in 4 weeks? And in the same time, I can still market the property. Now, you play with psychology a little bit here because the fact is, trust me, a lot of sellers are not really going to market as heavily with the property. A lot of agents are not going to push that listing as heavily if they know they have another contract in place. It's just psychology. Okay, but this is a great way for you to get your foot in the door with that particular property. Now, another objections we have is the property needs too much work. Again, that kind of go back to the first objection, right? The property is not ready to sell. I understand, and I totally can sympathize with that. But, let me ask you a couple of questions. What would have to happen for you to do the work on the property? Do you have the budget? Do you have the money? How long will the property be sitting there? Wouldn't it be better for you to go ahead and sell the property as is and you don't have to worry about anything? So let somebody else assume all the risk and responsibilities, right? And so understand first in step 2, you understand what is their motivation for saying the property needs too much work and then they want to wait to sell the property. And then on the third one, you kind of educate them and make them reason why It would probably be better for them to just let it go. And then I don't want to sell below market value. Now, this is a kind of their perception of what the market value is, right? Market value is a very elusive term, honestly. Market value is on the eye of the beholder. We saw that the last couple of years, right? When people were overpaying for property. Was that the market value? No, they were overpaying. So that's their perceived market value. That was what was valuable to them because they were afraid of missing the chance or missing the boat, but it's not what the property were valued at. And this happens a lot in real estate where there are these quote unquote inflated values. So again, take it through the formula. I understand, that you are afraid to sell in below market, but let me ask you, okay, where do you perceive the market value to be? What brings you to this value? What brings you to give it this type of value to the property? And then on the third steps, offer solutions. Okay, let me dig a little deeper into this. Let me see, what we are. And by the way, do you have any comps that you're basing yourself off? Or, I need to go and look at comps myself and so forth. And then again, say, okay, I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow at 3, is that okay? It's going to take a quick conversation. And if you're local, you can say, I can meet you in person. But please, I'm taking a lot of time in doing this research and I'm going to come up and give you my best possible offer. But I need to commit that you're going to answer the phone or meet me at Starbucks or whatever you're going to do. Okay. So that get the commitment. So those are some of the objections that we are. Now, if anybody else has objections that you would like me to tackle for you or something you have heard, I would love for you to put them in the chat. And I would love to answer some of the objections because I feel like you take them all through this formula. Okay. The first step one, awareness, acknowledgement. I understand. We are aware of what the problem is. We're aware of what you want. That's the first step. Second step, get them to really know where they're coming from. Understand the motivation behind it. Understand what they're really trying to say here. Trying to read between the lines. And the third step is, okay, now we're going to offer solutions. Now we're going to make you aware and the commitment of saying, okay, I'm going to do my research. You told me what you want. I'm going to see if there's some validity to it. Obviously, you're not going to say it like that, but that's the concept behind it. And we're going to talk and meet or whatever you're doing. And you have the commitment you're going to do this, right? So you take them through the 3-step scenario, and that's how you can address any objection. Now, if anybody has specific objections we have not addressed, please put them in the box, and I'd love to address them.
All right, anyone, while we do that, Lord, let's talk challenge. You want to talk challenge? Go ahead. I'll put them up once people bring them in.
Okay. This is going to be different, guys. So I know some of you might have attended master classes before. This is not a master class, so we call it challenge for a reason. We haven't done this way in a few years, actually. We kind of changed the format. Mm-hmm. The challenge is based on the concept that, we work with the students in getting you to 4 weeks to really start doing deals. And we're going to do that in 5 days. So we're kind of taking the certain format to take you through a step by step. So the masterclass was different, where one day we dealt with wholesaling, one day we dealt with rentals, one day we dealt with fix and flip, kind of as a strategy in itself. But we were not really diving deep into the actual steps from beginner, where I have no idea, I don't have a business entity, I don't even know what the first step should be, to actually doing deal by day 5. Mm-hmm. So this is really super powerful. This is something we haven't done in years. And honestly, this has been one of our most successful way to do it. Now, I want to do a disclaimer here. And this is very, very important. During this challenge, you have to do exactly what I say. Okay. And I say this because the students we work with, the ones that listen to what I say and do it, I have no problem doing deals. But I want to put the responsibility on you to really get this full 100% commitment in doing this. If you just jump in and dip your toes and just want to know what's about, that's fine too. But how many of you here, I want to put in the chat, how many of you here would love to start doing deals in the next few weeks? Would love to put a deal under contract by day 5? Would love to, that by Labor Day you have the money that you can do whatever you want with the holidays and Christmas. You don't have to worry about what's going on in the world and the economy and who is going to be the next president or not, right? You don't have to worry about all that because you have control of your life. You have control of your finances. You have control of everything. Because let's face it, yes, money doesn't buy happiness, but it can solve a lot of problems for a lot of people. You, your family, the world, right? So this is what the challenge is about. And I honestly like this more because some of the steps are going to be in common for all the 3 strategies. Yes, we're still going to cover wholesaling, buy and hold, fix and flip, Airbnb, but you will see, basically look at it this way. Some steps are going to be the same. Then we're going to go in 3 different areas, depending on what your main strategy is, wholesale, buy and hold, fix and flip. So I don't want you to think that this is just for wholesaling, for example. It's not true. Some things are the same, then they split, then they come the same again, then they split. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure a lot of you would like to do 1 or 2 of these strategies. You don't want to do wholesaling necessarily. If you do rentals, what are you going to do with all the properties you don't want as a rental? Maybe you're going to wholesale or fix and flip those, right? Or if you do fix and flip, you come across property that probably needs too much work. You want to go ahead and wholesale it. So all these 3 strategies work really well together. And that's why we want to work it this way, kind of a challenge. And our challenge to you is to get the deal under contract in 5 days. So this is going to be very powerful. This is going to be about implementing. This is going out there about doing what you need to do so you can create the life that you want in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Definitely. And that's something that's really cool is in the past challenges, every single challenge we did, someone, at least one, stuck to it, got a deal under contract that went to closing after the challenge. Because you have to keep in mind that closings are about 4 to 6 weeks out from the time you put it under contract. So this is a very cool thing to see. We did the pre-challenge live today. If you missed it, it's still in the group. That kind of gets everyone ready for Monday, what they need to do ahead of time so that they can start and be really successful. The coolest thing about this too is we are going to teach this how to do this completely virtual. I will actually be in Seattle next week. This is live. We are actively doing it. You will see me in a totally different background. But we will be doing this from all over the country, and we've done this many, many times, and we will teach you how to as well. We will be sharing our screen. It's not just what to do, but how to do it. It's not going to be anything that we hold back. We are investors, and we're going to teach you as well because we believe in abundance. So we are going to teach you exactly how we do things, and you are going to love it. You can ask questions. You get to work on things. This is something that's incredibly important, especially right now with everything going on. And the deals you start doing now, you will start making money by the holidays. Holidays meaning Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I don't know if you have birthdays in September like I do. Birthdays, money will start coming in to celebrate, to enjoy, to breathe, even with everything going on, even with inflation. You know, one of the things that is the beauty about where I live is I see money everywhere. Everywhere there's money. So even in this economy, people are driving or captaining their yachts. They have these mansions. They have 50 people in their driveway fixing things and doing things. And it's not changing because of what's going on. And if you don't want to be affected by everything going on in the economy that the media is saying, because it's a lot of it's a scare, but a lot of it is true, the inflation and everything, then you have to make money and you have to know how to make money. And the only way you're going to know how to make money is by learning and by doing. And so next week we are going to have you do. We're going to learn and do how to do this. All right. So while that goes in, I want to do the raffle winner. How does this work? You have to be live now. It's no longer, yes, we want you to comment still in the group and stuff, but I felt very unfair to the people that weren't in the group that just found us. So we decided to switch it up. And in order to win this raffle, all you have to do is you have to be on our lives on Thursday. You have to start commenting. We put you in this wheel as you comment. For every comment you do, my team logs your name every time and we spin it live. Now, you do also have to still be live when we call it because obviously this is a raffle. This is kind of the name of the game. And what we are doing is we're going to give you an outline on how to handle the most common objections, not just the one that was in the PDF, but more. We're going to send you an REAW t-shirt as well as a book on influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, which is actually a very phenomenal book. All you have to do is still be on as we call your name, as well as email in questions at realestateinvestingwomen.com with your address so that we could get this shipped to you. And so we're super excited. So if you are still on, the winner is Angel Campbell. Angel, I love seeing you back around again. She was actually a student of ours a couple of years ago. Then went off to do her own thing, and now I'm seeing her back, and it's really nice. So, Angel, you are our winners, according to my team. So, congratulations. Just email us in, and we will get you taken care of. All right, Laura, let's move into questions. Okay, so
I want to say something else about the challenge too that maybe we haven't made it clear. Number one, we're not going to have any challenges or masterclass for a few months.
Yes.
Because of other things going on in August. I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to actually be in Greenland and Iceland. So I'm going to be really out of town and out of Wi-Fi reception from time to time. So, but I'll still be here coaching. It's just
we also have the retreat.
And then we have the retreat at the end of September. So we're not probably going to host it. And then in this format, we're probably not going to host it until later this year. So if you feel like, oh, maybe I'll wait till next month, you're going to miss the boat. Literally. Second of all, Lisa, we have a deadline in signing up for this challenge, don't we?
Yeah, the deadline is this weekend.
Yeah. So, this is the deadline we have, but I thought that we have a deadline on Friday because of something going on. And then, I don't know. You were talking yesterday. I don't remember. But anyway.
There is a deadline. I think the price goes up come Monday. So the price goes up for anyone that wants to join last minute. So there is a deadline. Yes.
Yeah. So, we have a deadline. And these challenges, by the way, we don't take a lot of people. We want to really be personal, interactive. We're going to conduct it personally, me and Liz, and we want to make sure that we get to know you personally. So you're not going to end up in a virtual room with thousands of women. That's not how we conduct these challenges. So it's very going to be personal. You're going to almost have like a one-on-one coaching there because you're having full attention. We're going to answer your questions in the forum and also live every single day. So go to the link to find out more how it works, what the topics are every day, how everything is. That link will give you all the information before you can join. And like I said, keep in mind, this is the last one we're doing for several months. And then also, we have a deadline before the price goes up after the weekend.
Definitely. Well, I hope today was super helpful for you, Angel. Congratulations on being the raffle winner. I see that she was still on, so that's good. And we're just super excited for this challenge, but also everything that's coming up, including the retreat in September. Those tickets are live. They do go up every 2 weeks. The price goes up. So right now it's the cheapest you can ever get it. And then it goes up every 2 weeks, the price up until the retreat. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. Otherwise, we're going to get going because we have our kickoff call for our newest students here in a few minutes. Other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And any questions that you guys have, please put them in the chat. Oh, Laura, we did have one. We have to come back to this because you wanted to go on the retreat thing. Once I find a seller who wants to sell their house soon, but doesn't want to work with me specifically because they don't believe they're going to get a good deal with me wholesaling.
Yeah. So like I said, that could be a very good one for the first right of refusal, 72-hour first right of refusal clause, right? So you basically say to them, I understand, awareness, I agree with them, I understand. But let me ask you, first of all, why you want to sell the house and all of that, understand their motivation, step 2, right? Kind of get them to talk about it, trying to understand between the lines. And then in step 3, you say, okay, so what if we can create a win-win situation? Okay, you want to see if you can get a better deal, which is totally understandable. But the market is always being also being a little shifty right now. So let's go ahead and accept my contract. But we can put a clause on the contract that if you have another better offer, you'll give me 72 hours to match the other offer, or I'll back out and you can take the other offer instead. So that's basically what you tell them. So they have nothing to lose. But psychologically, it's going to put them in a different place. So most likely they will back down as far as really going after it. That book that we sent in the Raffle, Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion, is really powerful to understand how to deal with sellers. So if you have not won the book, beside Angel, I guess they want to won the book. Anybody else is worth going on Amazon and buy it, because it will show you, it will share with you how people think and how they react to things. So kind of like, I always say in real estate you need to have a psychology degree more than a real estate license. So
Yeah.
that's what it is about.
All right, everyone, we are going to get off. I hope you have a wonderful day. We will talk soon. We will see you next Thursday live at I think it's pushed back because of the challenge. I think it's at 12 p.m. Eastern next Thursday. So keep that in mind. We pushed it back so that we could give full focus to our challenge and make sure we're not rushing to get off. So you may see that the times have shifted. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.